Hello, we're at SIGGRAPH 2018, live this year from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And I'm very happy to welcome to Post Perspective TV today our guest, Adam Stern.
Hi.
Welcome, Adam.
Thank you so much
for being here.
Oh, it's happy to be here, yeah.
Adam is the founder.
That's right.
And creative director?
Yeah, I would say founder and sort of generally relinquishing some of those duties to people that are smarter and younger than I am now, but yeah.
I think that makes you smarter, actually. Of Artifex is the studio name.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about Artifex, how long ago you started it, why you started it?
Sure. So Artifex started as a very small company. It was literally myself and one other person back over 20 years ago now, 1997. So we were little, there were 2 of us, then 3 of us, and then 5. Now, over the course of many years in Vancouver as a local shop, we are generally between 35 and 40 people, allowing up to about 50. Yeah, so we sort of found our I guess niche in doing a fair bit of television work. We do a lot of series, we do the occasional film, but basically visual effects across the gamut, and we've been doing it for about 20 years now.
Okay, well congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a success story in this business.
It's, yeah, I'm not sure it feels like that. It's certainly, it's a living, it's been good, yeah. So,
I don't know if it ever feels that way.
Probably not, yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about Sacred Lies, which
Sure.
is a Facebook series.
That's right.
That you guys worked on recently.
Yeah, so recently premiered on Facebook Watch in the States, and hopefully we'll see it in other territories. But it's an interesting show because it's a drama, thriller, some interesting notes to it. But one of the more fascinating things from a visual effects perspective is that the lead character doesn't have her hands anymore. They have been cut off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can't really do that to actors. So the production requires us to do a lot of work, a combination of removing her hands in shots and then creating a seamless CG prosthetic blend. So we create basically stumps for her on, I think, about 150 shots through 10 episodes, something like that. Yeah.
How do they account for that on set?
Yeah, so various ways, and it's a challenge. I think it was a challenge in production. We weren't on set for it. We worked with another supervisor and producer, but it's a combination of her, holding her hands behind her back if it's not going to be focused on that, and frankly, just having them out front with demarcations. That's sort of where we think that the stunt should start. There were CG prosthetic hands that were created for a number of shots. We ended up replacing a number of those as well with full CG versions.
Consistency, that
yeah,
way.
exactly, yeah. And then interestingly, it turns out that if you do that, it can sort of look weird, even though it's anatomically where the stump should be. From shot to shot, it can sort of feel like that doesn't look right. So a lot of creative sort of flexibility shot to shot, trying to figure out how to make it look and sell well.
Was there any scene or sequence in particular that was particularly challenging, a little crazier than the others?
Yeah, sure. So it's one thing if, it's a static camera and we're looking at her and she's holding her hands like this.
Yes, that's a perfect world.
Right, exactly.
Well, except for the lady with no hands.
Exactly. It's certainly another if the camera is tracking her through a scene, there's foreground objects, there's background, her hair, she has long hair, is in the way of the hands.
Sure.
So really, I think, I wouldn't necessarily say it was something that we felt we were breaking new ground, but it was all about tracking, match moving, very fine work with roto and making sure things lined up seamlessly. So there were a few shots and scenes where there were very, very long takes that were designed for drama and narrative that we had to really work to lock the stumps in. One other scene we worked a fair bit on was a forest scene. There's a burnt forest that we created for the show that's fairly key to the story. Lots of matte painting and extension work for that, but we were quite happy with the way it turned out.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a fabulous project, and
yeah,
I'm still not quite sure how this woman lost her 2 hands, but
yeah,
I'll be checking out the series now.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Now. Any other projects you guys have worked on recently that would be interesting to chat about?
Yeah, sure. So, we're certainly we're working on or have just finished work on a number of television series, including Project Blue Book for History, which is a neat show coming out about some real life UFO investigations.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a number of other series that we're working on and some films. We also, over the past couple of years, released a short film called FTL, which we did completely in-house. I had the opportunity to write and direct it, and it was something that's done very well. Oh, thank you.
That's exciting. Okay.
Yeah, so we have it set on YouTube now and Vimeo, but it's had millions of views. It did the festival for a year, and it's won a number of awards. We did it sort of sure to tell our own story, but also to show what we could do technically and creatively in sort of more of a space environment. It's about the first manned Lightspeed mission.
Oh, all right.
So a lot of fun with that. We did about 150 shots in a 15.5-minute film, so it was a lot of work.
Great.
But we're very proud of the way it turned out, and it's available online for viewing now.
Excellent. And let's, in case people do want to go see it, download it. Say the name again.
FTL, as in faster than light.
Faster than light. FTL, and it's available on.
It's on YouTube. It's on Vimeo. It's all over the place. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So check that out.
Yeah.
And while we have you here, just to pick your brain a little bit about the show, any conference sessions or speakers that you got to hear that were particularly had meaning to you?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to say that I did. Unfortunately, this time around, I didn't get to attend any of the speakers.
The conference.
Yeah, because I mean, we're actually just 50 minutes down the road from here, which is good, but it also means I've been running back and forth.
Yes, when it's at the shows in LA, the LA guys have the same.
Yeah, and so when it's in LA, it's great because then I can attend everything.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll flip. Anything on the show floor you've
Sure.
seen that has caught your eye?
Yeah, some really interesting things. I mean, it seems like, and this is obviously personal opinion, but we're sort of in an iterative state, it seems like, with visual effects now. Lots of really amazing tools, certainly lots with VR and AR and all of that kind of stuff. But from my perspective with visual effects, it's about sort of being able to work better, smarter, faster, as opposed to brand new technologies.
Yes.
So that I love that, actually, because I think we can do a lot now, and the expectations are that it's always absolutely photoreal. So the tools that I'm seeing, for a company here, F-Track, we work with for project management. I mean, that I'm showing my age, but that's the stuff that's exciting me now.
You know what? It's what makes the days go smoother.
Exactly.
So
yeah. So very happy with things like F-Track and CineSync, things like that help us communicate to the clients. And those tools are getting more mature, more sophisticated, and easier for our artists to use as well as our producers. And then otherwise, yeah, it's looking at some great new painting tools from Algorithmic, from Substance. Great stuff from the Foundry always. We love Nuke and use that all the time.
Yes, Jody was sitting in that chair a little while ago.
There you go.
From Foundry,
yeah.
Yes.
So big fans. And yeah, and I think that's about it. I think I'll sort of take another peek around, but those are the things that have certainly caught my eye. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Good to meet you. Yeah.
Fascinating talking to you, and thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So Adam and I are going to say farewell, and thanks for joining us from SIGGRAPH 2018.